One of the more disturbing online dating stories that I've gotten, and the person who shared this, her name's Alice, and she said that she just wanted to share this to bring awareness to the fact that you should be careful about who you meet up with. Even if you think that they seem normal, just trust your gut. Her friend Emma was working as an au pair in London, England for a family that was pretty strict. They didn't allow her to spend the night at anyone's house besides one close friend that she had there. And she worked all week, but she was off Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And on this one Friday, after a few months of working for this family, she meets a guy from an online dating app. And this guy meet up at a local pub. They talk, they drink, they have a good time, and he seemed normal enough. They had some good conversations. And at the end of the night, they ended up kissing, and he invited her back to his house, but she said she couldn't go because she knew the family would be upset with her if she didn't go back home. The family knew she was on a date with this guy, so she didn't want to concern them. So she says, no, the guy keeps pushing. She says, no, I have to go home. A few days after the date, she comes down with this horrible illness. She said she had nausea, fever, chills, lightheadedness. She had never been that sick before. Even normal common colds didn't really typically affect her because she said she was pretty healthy. This illness is not letting up, and so she's back and forth to the doctor. They can't figure out what's wrong with her. Finally, they end up running some tests and find out that she has a bacteria in her system that can only be found in a body after decomposition. The doctor is very concerned naturally, and he starts asking her all kinds of questions like, have you gone to a wake or a funeral lately? Have you been around anyone who's not part of your normal friend group? And she says, only this date that I went on the other day. He gives the name. Apparently authorities were called, and they found out that this guy has a hobby of digging up grave sites and doing you-know-what with the bodies. She was sick. She was disgusted naturally, and apparently she didn't ever find out what happened to the guy. She wanted nothing to do with him. She didn't even want to know. Alice said that Emma tries not to think about what would have happened to her had she gone back to this guy's house because we don't know what he was doing if he was willing to do that. And she ended the message by saying, I know that everybody thinks that something like this can't happen to you, but that's also what Emma thought. I apparently seem perfectly normal and safe, so just trust your gut. Be careful if you go to a stranger's house. You really just can't trust people unless you truly know them. So I'm sorry that one was a little gruesome, but I think it's an important message at the end. So follow for more spooky scary stories.